start when it's ready to start. I just hope it changes over, because last night Google was playing up, wasn't changing over automatically when you spoke. Yeah. So welcome everybody. There's nobody in the chat room at the moment because I hope to start this at 9:30, but I'm starting it early because Black Death Jess is with me. We've got one viewer, and it's that time with Gramps again, and the special guest tonight is Black Death, aka Jess. And whereabouts are you from, Jess, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm from the state of Missouri.
Missouri. That's in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot here.
Yeah.
I'm actually about 20-minute drive away from the Mississippi River, so.
Yeah. Oh, not so far then. I've been to New Orleans, but I've never been to Missouri. It's a state that
I would love to go to New Orleans.
Yeah, we've done the East Coast and we've done the West Coast from New York down to Florida, and we've done the West Coast from Seattle down to San Diego. And the only states I've done in the middle is Philadelphia, Chicago, or cities, and Montana. I've been to Montana. So, hello everybody in the chat. We've got Pixie of Pixie's channel. We've got Ian Drones. We've got Jeanette Pickering and via projects. So, hello. Chris, can you take care of the chat again for me? Clint the Night Flyer is also on. So, we've got 9 viewers. And we've only been started a few seconds. So, Jess, could you tell us a bit about yourself? Because I've learned a bit about you with watching your videos, but you haven't mentioned about growing up, about your family or anything like that. So could you let us know a bit about yourself personally?
Well, I don't remember a whole lot of my childhood. I think I've kind of blocked it out because, I mean, I wasn't always the favorite person or the favorite child. I had a really huge family, and I was the only girl in my age bracket with all my cousins and all that. So I grew up a tomboy.
Yeah. So yeah, go on, Jess. Sorry.
Oh, I don't know.
So do you still see your family then? You know, your brothers and sisters or and cousins or whatever. Are you a close knit family or not at all now?
See, that's where it gets a little tricky. I was married for 8.5, almost 9 years. Yeah. Well, legally I was married for 10, but we split up after 8.5. And I had 2 children from that marriage, but my ex kind of kept me away from my family, so I'm still getting back into seeing my family on a regular basis. That's not on holidays.
Yeah. So you've got 2 children. What have you got? A boy and a girl, or 2 boys or 2 girls?
A boy and a girl.
Boy and a girl. And how old are they then, Jess? If you don't mind me asking.
My daughter, well, actually, she's 10. She'll be 11 in January.
Yeah.
And she's about 2 inches taller than me already. And my son will be 9 in December.
Yeah. And is your daughter similar to you in that you're a goth, I presume?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And how long you been a goth, by the way, Jess?
Oh, since I was about 12. Yeah. And I'm 32 now.
Yeah.
So 20 years. Yeah.
Ooh. How did you get into that then? You know, because
well, really, it started out with the like just the Gothic literature and just like the aesthetic. You know, like the ornate crosses and bats and whatnot. And then it just progressed as I got older. And I was able to choose my own clothing style and all that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because, you know, I mean, you're the first goth I've ever spoken to, you know, so it's fascinating for me because I'd like to learn a little bit more about well, what's involved. So if you could tell us a bit more about what's involved.
For me, it's definitely like the goth rock music of the 80s, the post-punk. That's what, you know, really drives me nowadays.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm into like authors like Edgar Allan Poe, Bram Stoker, you know,
Yeah.
all those old classics. H.P. Lovecraft is like, I'm a big, huge fan of H.P. Lovecraft.
So are you a big reader then?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Because looking at your past videos, you mentioned that you were and still are a big fan of David Bowie.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a tattoo that I designed. It's I don't know if it's.
Oh, it's in a place I can ask. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and the always underneath it goes for David Bowie and Alan Rickman.
Yeah, and did you ever?
They died 4 days apart. So yeah.
Yeah, and did you ever see him then?
Sadly, no.
Oh, what a shame.
Never. Makes me sad. Very sad.
Yeah, because great and very talented artist, you know, and I mean, he died far too young.
Oh, yes, and I still tear up listening to his last album, which was Black Star, Black Star. And I still tear up because that was his goodbye. He knew he was dying. And yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
the album came out like on his birthday. And like a few days later, it's gone.
Yeah, 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 definitely. So can you tell the viewers a bit about your channel then, how you started on YouTube? I mean, I've seen the video and you explained in very good detail about why you wanted to start a YouTube channel. So not many people do go back looking at past videos. So if you could tell the viewers, and we've got 17 viewers now on, we've got Random Life, Jay Von Zombie, Southern South. So we've got quite a few in. So if you can tell them a bit about why you started on YouTube, please.
Well, I started on YouTube as a hobby. You know, I was always, you know, just experimenting with different makeup looks. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to film one, see what happens. And I just kind of progressed and I got better and I got better equipment. But I actually, it pulled me out of my shell. It made me more open to, you know, experiment with other forms of content and creativity for my channel. And because I used to be a very shy person and I'm still kind of shy, but growing up, like as a teenager, I was never shy. I would not shut up.
Yeah.
And yeah, now, you know, but I was like, my marriage, it was not very good. I was kind of, I was there for looks, not to be heard, you know?
Yeah.
Seen, not heard. And yeah.
So yeah, we can all understand that, definitely.
Yeah.
So, since you started your YouTube channel, then have you come out of yourself again?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, which is always good, you know. So it's helped to build your confidence up then.
Oh yes, even more so since I got new teeth.
Yeah. Did see that the dentures and the updates and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
So. If anyone in the chat window would like to ask Jess any questions, please feel free to do so. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat. If I can't, I will invite Chris to come in within half an hour, and he usually helps me to take care of the chat window, because when you've got 17 or 18 people on and they're all looking, it's very hard because I get involved in the interview. So would you like to say hello to anybody, Jess? If you've got the chat window there.
Well, I see Granny Monster there. Hey, Granny.
Yeah.
Of course, I've got to say hi to Gail.
Yeah. Yes, she was on earlier on, and I see you was on hers as well. So been pretty busy tonight because we've had Gail, we've had Pixie, and now there's me, and I don't know who else will be on later on. Yep. So what was the first video you ever put up to YouTube? See if you can remember.
I think it's something red, some kind of red robin something.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah. that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, I know. So you've got a good memory, or have you been looking back at your YouTube videos today? Because you know that I do research.
Sort of, kind of.
Yeah. Well, that's the only way I find out about a person is by looking at the past work. And you've got quite a few videos up, so the research that I did on your channel was very good because I had a lot of things to look at. Because how many? I think you've done about 20. I didn't write it down, but I know you've done over 20 songs through Smule and covers and everything like that. And I think you're a very talented singer.
I'm still working on it.
Yeah, and I was hoping you was going to do a song for us on the interview. You know, I got Granny to do a bit, and I've got others on there, but you said you didn't want to, so I respect that. The video I found most interesting, and I was very, very touched with that one, and that was your low self-esteem one. So that must be in a very dark time of your life. Yes. So can you explain a bit about that video, because you was very open on that?
Oh, it was so long ago. Which I've always suffered from low self-esteem ever since I was young. Even when I knew that I looked nice and people would tell me I looked nice, there were always those negative people that would say opposite. And me, someone who suffers with mental illness, I believe the negative over the positive.
Yeah.
But finally, I'm getting out of it.
Yeah. Well, the meds will help on that, won't they?
Yeah. And for a long time, I was able to control it through my creativity, but it got so bad that I was no longer creative.
Yeah.
I was having a creative block. So yeah. But now it's the meds. I got brave enough to actually acknowledge that I needed help.
Yeah.
And I asked for help, and I got that help.
Yeah. So do you still work then, Jess, or are you on sickness in the States? Because I don't know if you get any benefits over there.
I'm not working. And right now, actually last week, I had an x-ray on my right hip, and I found out that my hip joint is like the ball of the joint is sitting crooked inside the socket, and I can't walk for very long. I actually may stand up and stretch a little bit in between the interview, because sitting too long will aggravate it. I can't physically work right now, not with my hip being that way.
Yeah, and are you having it operated on at all then, or is it too expensive that?
It's too expensive. I don't have insurance, and I'm working on. I've got all the paperwork to get to hopefully get some kind of assistance with the local hospital.
Yeah.
So it would be little to no cost to me to get in to see a specialist.
Oh well, let's hope you can manage that. Because that's something I would dread living over in the States. The cost of insurance must be tremendous, especially with that Obamacare that they go on about. And you know, I mean, that's why me and my wife can't come over, because her insurance is about £2,500 to come to the States for 2 weeks, whereas to go to Europe it's about 300. So there's a vast difference in the travel insurance rates, you know. And I forget who I was talking to on one of my interviews. Matt's Big Dream and his family. He said he's not insured, but his children are, because they still go to school, so they're covered by your health insurance. So it must be a big worry when you've got problems like you've got arthritis in your knees, and you've got the hip, and you've got other problems.
Yeah, I also
you're a type 2 diabetic, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm type 2 diabetic. I also have 3 bulged areas in my lower back.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why I enjoy wearing corsets, because they're actually beneficial for me, because it keeps my back aligned the way it needs to be.
Yeah. And have you, is that a long-term problem then, since you were a child, or is it a fairly recent problem?
I'm sure that when I was 11, I fell 7 feet out of a tree, so I'm sure that didn't help. That may have, you know, agitated it at first, but I started having real bad problems when I was pregnant with my daughter.
Yeah.
That's when my back first started acting up real bad, and then that's also when my hip issue started. So. Yeah.
I can understand that.
So I've been dealing with that for almost 11 years now.
Well, you look well now, you know, I mean, overall, but you know, I know you've got a lot of problems. Black Death, that's a lot of stuff going on. Did you see what Gail put on?
Yes. Oh, yes. And,
so,
you know, I'm lucky that I am still mentally intact. But
yeah.
The meds may be helping with that, too.
Oh, we've got 17 in. We just had 18. Victory Lee saying hi to us all. So,
hi, Victory Lee.
Yeah. Another thing I got was that you're into Disney as well, or you did a Disney tag. So what's all that about?
Yes.
I mean, I didn't think goths would be interested in Disney at all.
Oh, very much into Disney. Nightmare Before Christmas, that's a Disney film.
Yeah.
We think, yeah, I've always been into Disney. Oh, my friend, the Cinema Clown is here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right. You can say hello. I don't mind. We've got Mel in, so I'm hoping he's going to ask some questions. Hiya, Mel. So if you want any questions, Mel, answering, just put them down. I'll try to keep up, or I'll invite Pixie in.
Yeah, I saw Mel grilling Harry yesterday.
Yeah. So there's quite a few.
He's just popping them out.
Yeah. So but back to this Disney then. On that Disney tag that you did, one of the questions was a theme wedding. If you ever did decide to get married again, and I know what the answer is. So what type of theme wedding would you like? Can anybody guess? Because I know don't worry, I've got all that written down here, all about Star Wars. I'm going to get into that. So, so can anyone guess what theme wedding, if she ever got married again, would Jess have? And I want it in the comments. If you haven't looked at a video, you're going to miss out. So don't answer that one then. So the next question is your love of Star Wars. So yes. Your love of Star Wars, which character would you be?
Darth Vader. Or Captain Phasma from the newer ones.
Yeah. But which one would you prefer? Choices. No, you've got to make a choice. You can't have two.
Darth Vader, definitely.
Yeah. So why?
to me, he was very charismatic, even though he was in the whole get up with the mask, but he stole the show. And that's how I feel inside. I want to be out there. I want to take charge, you know, no nonsense.
Oh, very domineering then. Oh, look out. I'm in the wrong interview tonight. Now, that brings me to one of my later questions that I put in, but I'm going to put it in now then. Because on one of the videos I watched, you said you dream of being famous. Now, dream of being famous as a painter, as a singer, as an actress, or what? What way is your career going to go from your YouTube channel?
I'm an artist, you know, a jack of all trades, just an artist in general.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you haven't picked a vocation now, you know, would you prefer to be a painter or a singer? Because, you know, I've looked at your videos and you're very, very, very artistic, you know, on your painting side. So that's why I thought that would be the way. But you are a very, very talented singer as well.
Yeah. So I mean, I am torn. You know, part of me is saying, you know, I would love to go on with singing, but I don't want to leave the painter side of me behind, you know. That's why I've always said I want to be a jack of all trades. I want to be you know, an artist of all mediums. Yeah.
So being an artist, do you prefer to paint in oils, watercolor, or do you prefer drawing? Because that drawing you did of David Bowie was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. I enjoy drawing. I really do. I zone into it, and you know, if it gets to a point where it's not looking quite right, or if I'm looking at it too long, I can step away for a few minutes, come back, and you know, I can get a portrait done in one full day.
Yeah.
If I wanted to. But you know, if I rush it, it's not going to look right, you know.
Yeah.
The David Bowie took about 4 days for me to finish.
Yeah. So can you take a still of this interview at all, of me? And it's a challenge. Could you do a portrait of the eagle?
Yes, I could.
Well, it's a challenge then. I'm going to leave it. You can take as long as you like, but I would love to see it.
Okay.
And so would Gail, I think. Sorry, Gail.
Chat here.
Yeah, sorry, Gail. We don't allow that word in there. Cool cinema, because Jess does not like clowns. Do you?
I'm getting better with it. I'm getting better with my clown phobia. Actually, Cinema Clown is actually a very close personal friend of mine.
Yeah.
So, and actually this evening.
Does she get dressed up as a clown then?
Yes, he does. He is.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
But he's more creepy, more on the creepy side to me. Yeah. It's the full-on circus clowns that really freak me out.
Yeah. Did you see what Jeanette Pickering has put in? And
you got to include the wallpaper.
And Random Productions has put in.
Yeah.
Very, very good. I'll tell you what, they're coming up with some good things. Come on, Mel. I'm looking for some other questions as well from you, because you were very good last night. So you've got to put the wallpaper in. But
Cinema Clown actually has some original art that I've done.
Yeah. So
several.
Do you sell your artwork then at all?
I have sold one painting, and it was my sister's. So in definition, since I got paid for a painting, I am a professional artist.
Yeah. Oh, I am subscribed. Yeah. Because my son-in-law is an artist as well.
I mean, I would love to sell my art, but you know, not everyone, especially in my area, likes what I do.
Yeah.
Because some of it can be quite dark and it can be vulgar. Oh, Crimson's here. Hey, Crimson.
Well, hello, Crimson. Nice to see you. 21 viewers. I tell you what, we're doing well. I'm doing well tonight. You are very popular, Jess, on here. Because
I didn't think I'd be that popular.
yeah, you are a very popular channel. Very popular. Everybody raves about Black Death. You know, so it's an honour to interview you. What else? Yes. So what things are you afraid of? I know you've mentioned a few in your one of your videos. So you can be open, or you can refuse to answer. You can take the fifth. I don't mind.
Like phobias, fears. I'm scared of failure.
Yeah.
Clowns.
Yeah.
Heights, definitely heights.
Yeah. And what about 8-legged creepy crawlies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're pretty big.
Yeah.
The little ones I don't mind.
Yeah. And what about flying?
Oh, bees, wasps, anything that stings or bites.
Yeah.
And crickets. I have a big fear of crickets. Oh my God. People make fun of me for it, but
yeah. Mel, that's deep. What's Mel?
Pearl.
I think Eagle is shy around her. Why? Why do you think I'm shy? I'm behaving myself. It's all right. Crimson's having a go at me. I'm a gentleman, Crimson. Not all this rapping stuff that you do, you know. All this, yeah. No, don't go there, Keith. So, can you tell us a bit about your game playing? Because I know you've got a game channel and you play a lot of, you do a lot of live gaming streams.
I haven't done any in a while, but
yeah,
like I really enjoy playing.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, hang on. Okay, back to water. Soda's making me too burpy. I play a lot of. I like to play a lot. The Sims 4 a lot. World of Warcraft. A lot of Diablo. Played a lot of Diablo 3. That's probably my favorite one. And then Skyrim, which I need to get back to playing.
Yeah.
But starting tomorrow, it's going to be all about Star Wars Battlefront 2. Get to pick that up tomorrow.
Good. Jeanette Pickering says, Mel has asked, what is the most misunderstood thing about Black Death? That's a good question.
The most misunderstood thing about me is people, when they see me, like, just if I'm just walking or just sitting around, people look at me, like, see my face, and they think I'm mean, or they think that I would be a mean person. So it's kind of like a lot of people won't approach me because of the way I look. So yeah, just people just think that I'm evil or that I'm a devil worshiper or something just because of the way I look. And that's not the case. I swear, I haven't sacrificed a goat in 15 years.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'd love to sacrifice that Crimson to somebody. I don't know who, but I would do, yeah. I'm only joking, Grimp. Yeah, after that skit of my channel, you know, these interviews, yeah, I could sacrifice him. I don't know who to. I don't think he's worth sacrificing, really. Sorry about that, Grimp. It's only a joke. Don't take me serious. Oh yeah, it's in Star Wars. Oh yeah, that's it.
Jeanette Pickering, that's actually a phrase I try to include in all my videos. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah. But I get judged all the time, especially by Random Life Productions with a wallpaper. She's got this thing about
that is a lovely wallpaper.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Jess. I really do. I don't even like it. What they're talking about? Do you want the bad boy side of me? No, you're not going to get it. Definitely not. Definitely not. So, any other questions, Mel? You're keeping quiet tonight. You had a lot of questions. Have you got any, Jeanette? Jeanette Pickering, would you like to ask a bad boy Keith type of question to Jess? Because do you think she would answer? Would you answer? So, would you ever consider getting married again then, Jess? And that'll be a big no.
No. I am against marriage. I always tell people it's a trap.
Yeah. So have you got a boyfriend then?
Yes. I've been with my current boyfriend for 5 years.
Oh, that's
or
good.
Almost 5 years.
Yeah. So it ain't Crimson then?
No.
No, not your type. Definitely not. I fully agree with you there. You know, not my type either. Does your man hit all the spots black? What's he on about?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure I get his meaning, and oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, come on then. Answer it, because I don't get his meaning, but you can answer it.
Does your man hit all the spots? Yes. Yes, he does. Every one of them.
Yeah. Oh,
bullseye.
That's good then. Yeah, I do get it. Oh, bullseye. 50. Doesn't look mean. She looks like a great person to be friends with. She is. Yeah. Definitely.
Thank you, Victoria.
Mrs. P. Black Death. Yeah, I know we call it. Yeah, Keith. Get with it. Oh, yeah, I'm a bit slow tonight. I'm trying to be a gentleman because I'm very nervous on this interview. Don't know why. I've been nervous all day about this. It's all
I
these.
too.
So, what was you like growing up then? Was you a tomboy or was you a lady? You know, a female type of thing.
No, it's tomboy.
A tomboy. So you used to climb trees and everything. Put fireworks through letterboxes.
We used to actually have like bottle rocket wars where we would light them and throw them at each other. Which I don't condone. Don't do that. That's bad.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely. Come on, Mel. Oh, stop it, Keith. Laughs at Gail is awesome. Yes. Sorry, Jess. Yes, I fully agree, Mel. Gail is awesome. I think that's the right word for it. Yeah, do you agree? Random Life's awesome. I'm not quite sure, really. Yes. I'm 50-50. So, Crimson, you know, Jess, what question would you like to ask her? I know you've spoken to her a lot. Your childhood you can still watch from start. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. What's one show from your childhood you can still watch from start to finish?
Okay, does he mean like a television show, like cartoon, or does he mean, well, yeah, start to finish, yeah, of course. It means show. The X-Files.
Yes, that was a good one. Yeah, I used to watch that.
I mean, I started watching that as a child, and I am still a very big X-Files fan.
Yeah,
the truth is out there.
Yeah, it is definitely. So, what's that one? Who is Jess's all-time superhero? And you can only have one. And I've watched the video where you mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wonder Woman. Superhero, Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. So you'd like to be Wonder Woman. You'd like to play her in the film.
Yes, I am Wonder Woman. Shh. But like, I'm more of a, I like the villains more. So Wonder Woman's really my only superhero.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, tip top villain is Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got 2 questions from those in the chat. Is, if Jess could be a cartoon character, who would it be and why?
It could be Harley Quinn. Because I just love her. And I'm starting to get into the, like, I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm a little bit like Harley Quinn with like the bubbliness, and yeah, I could be a little crazy.
Yeah, and who's got by pre-project says, what is Jess's favourite holiday?
Samhain.
Yeah.
Halloween. Yeah, so yeah, Halloween, Samhain, however you want to.
Yeah, yeah, I gathered that because it's a goth thing, isn't it? You know. Yeah. So Crimson says, if you had to be in a pit with wasps or snakes, if you had to choose, which one would it be? Well, we know that snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, you know, I'm a tad bit deathly allergic to wasps.
Yeah. Yeah, and Crimson said, didn't the X-Files supposed to be rebooted? He aired. Yes, I think I aired that. I thought they were doing a remake of it.
I don't know about remaking it. I know last year that 2016, yeah, they did a so many episode series, like they brought them back. Yeah. And I have it on DVD. I just haven't found the time to watch it. But I will.
Yeah. So you haven't got it in your DVD collection or anything like that?
I have the series, the short little season they had last year. That's the one I have. I'm working on collecting the whole set of the older X-Files.
Yeah. So Pixie says, how far do you want your channel to grow? So have you set a number that you want to reach by the end of the year? Have you got a goal?
Well, honestly, I've not really set a goal because I don't know. It's like half the time YouTube messes with my subs anyway. I'll get so many and then they'll do their purge and I'll go back down. But I would really like to see my channel hit at least 1,000 by the end of the year. But that's, you know, only a month and a half. So I don't know if that's going to...
You never know. Hello, Paul of 007 Vauxhall. Nice for you to tune in. And he says, Black Death looks amazing. What a compliment.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's a good channel. If you don't follow Paul, anybody, go over and sub to him. Great guy. He's from Wales. He's part of the world that Random's from. So Crimson says, I don't know whether to ask this one. Are you a giver or pleaser in the bedroom?
I both. I'm equal.
Yeah, and that's as far as we're going, Steve. So Pixie said, would you have any more children?
I would love to, but actually, whenever I had my son, both of my children were C-section births. And when I was in having my son, I had my tubes tied.
Yeah,
so that's not an option anymore.
So would you adopt or anything like that then? If you and your boyfriend decided to do anything like that? So I'm going to ask now. What's he do for a living? Is he a goth as well then?
He's more of a metalhead, which is different.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't really. You'd be able to tell a little bit by the way he looks and dresses, but half the time he works. He does. He's actually a shop manager at a oil change shop here in town.
Yeah. Well, that's good then, you know. And as you say, you've been with him for 5 years, so must be working out for the pair of you.
Yep.
You said you wanted Bad Boy Keith. Oh, that's thank you very much. Random, would you like to ask Jess any questions? Because you know, you follow Black Death like we all do, only on Fridays. What's that? Oh, yeah, I see that. I get it. Sorry about that. I'm slow tonight. So, what period of time would you have liked to have lived in? Or grown up in, should I say? Not lived in, grown up in.
Victorian. The Victorian era.
Yeah, yeah. Whereabouts on this earth in the Victorian era, where would you have liked to have lived?
I honestly don't know. But I know from ever since I was like a young teen, I've always wished I lived in Britain instead of
here. Yeah, because I mean the Victorian time period really is British, you know, and so you would have liked to have walked around with those big bustle dresses and things like that. God, I could just picture you in something like that, Black Death, instead of being in goth outfits. So
there is a subgenre of goth that is Victorian. It's like the romance, like the romantic goths.
Yeah, and it was to my mind, a better world back then. So I just see Random says, which artist inspires your artwork? That was a good question, that.
Yeah. I take inspiration from several artists. I've always been fascinated with, for some reason, I've always been fascinated with Picasso and Van Gogh. But I don't know if he would be considered an artist per se, but I mean, Bob Ross. I grew up watching Bob Ross, and he inspires a lot of my landscaping paintings.
So another one from the people in the chat is Crimson says, does it take you long to get ready in the morning?
Not anymore. Since I started doing my makeup this way, it takes me about 15 minutes. I usually set my clothes out the night before, so just throw them on.
Yeah, that's a good one. Don't take a long then. Okay, don't combust. What do you think? Any Mormons in here? No, definitely not. Well, I don't think so anyway. Have you always been a goth, or were you brought into it by your friends? That's from Pixie.
I've always been goth. I was actually the only goth in my entire school from I was 12 years old until even now, but until I graduated school. I was the only goth in the whole school, the whole town.
Yeah. So 007 says, have you ever been to Britain, Jess?
No.
Would you
I've
like
never been
to
outside
travel?
the United States.
And yeah.
Yes, I would love to travel. I've never been outside the U.S. I've never been to Canada or Mexico. Then furthest north I have been in the States is Iowa. It's the most north I've been. The furthest west I've been is Texas. A lot of my family was on my dad's side was from North Carolina, so I've been up and down the East Coast, but Virginia's the farthest north on the East Coast I've been.
Yeah. Oh, so Jay Von Zombies asked, what got you into music and who's your favourite? Well, a favourite is David Bowie, but who got you into that type of music?
Yeah. Susie and the Banshees. Possibly. Either that or Depeche Mode. Yeah. Because, I mean, I would hear those songs on the radio, and I'm like, I love that. Then you're doing research, and yay.
And Country Farmer 420 says, is that a wig, Death?
Is it a wig? No, it's, I mean, it's fake hair, but it is braided into my real hair.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they're synthetic dreadlocks that I make myself.
Yeah, and Two Wheel Fix says he's enjoyed listening and it's good getting to know you, Jess. Yes, well, that's what it's all about.
Yes.
Via Projects has got to go, so he said goodbye to us all. I put on your Subscribe channel now, January. Oh, yeah, it's all right. Oh yeah, great interview. Oh, thanks. That is a compliment from Crimson to get that. Oh, I like David Bowie. Depeche Mode is awesome. Yes, yeah, that's random.
Yes.
So we've still got 18 viewers. Kept them well tonight, so they must be very interested in your channel then. So, who is your favourite artist then? Who inspires you most as an artist?
I really don't know. Oh. I mean, that's something I've never like really fully sat down and thought about. It's just I take inspiration from a lot of things.
Yeah. That's fair then. And Jeanette Pickering says, have you ever met any other YouTubers in person?
The Cinema Clown and Friends show.
Yeah.
But I knew him before starting YouTube.
So he must live locally then.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes. Have you ever collabed with him
then? Actually, later this evening, I'm supposed to be collaborating with him.
Oh.
We're gonna do a movie review together. So
oh, that'll be good.
That's in the works.
And is that a live stream then?
No, we'll be just like recording it with our cameras.
Yeah.
And then editing and all that. Which I hate editing, but
So what editing software do you use for your videos then?
I use the one that's called NCH Video Pad. It's a very slow editor. I will say that when it comes to rendering and saving to the computer, it is very slow.
Yeah, and
especially
do you edit
especially if your videos. Yes.
Yeah. Oh. And it's a slow software program, is it?
To me, if the video is more than 10 minutes long, it does take several hours. Why did I keep having this one that sticks straight out? Only on a live stream does my antennas come out.
And Pixie's just asked, does Jess do a lot of live streams?
I used to, and I'm slowly getting back into it because I do miss it. I prefer live streams over filming videos simply because there's no editing in a live stream.
Yeah. But this is it. If you wanted to, you can go private when you're doing a live stream and then edit it before you make it public. You can do it that way. Jeanette Pickering says, what would you say to your daughter if she wanted to start a YouTube channel? That's a good question.
I would definitely tell her not to take anything too seriously. Which, I mean, I hope she doesn't start doing YouTube until she's, well into her teens. Because, I mean, like I said, she's only going to be 11 in January, so.
So does she follow your channel then?
No.
No.
There's, I mean, I have done videos with my children, cute little makeup things. But that's really about it. I try not to put my kids in it too much.
Yeah.
Because there are the trolls out there that will say mean things. So I'm just like, going to avoid that altogether.
So Free Music has said, set your program to 720p. It will speed up the process.
Oh, okay.
Instead of 1080, if you do it at 720, it does speed up, and you don't lose that much quality.
Okay. I will definitely try that then.
Well, yeah.
If I can figure it out.
It's a good tip that Phil's put on Free Music. So, who inspires you most out of all your all your subscribers on YouTube at present?
Who inspires me the most? Granny Monster.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that because I think she inspires most of us on here as a YouTube creator.
Yeah.
So, is Mel still in? Have you got any other questions? What other interests have you got besides YouTube and art and so forth like that? Have you got any other interests? Oh yes, I know one. That you mentioned on one of the videos that you like playing.
I do enjoy playing music, electric bass, bass guitar.
Yeah, and, yes. So, can you play that well then?
Not as well as I used to.
Because
actually, many moons ago, when I, early on in my marriage, me and my ex and actual Cinema Clown, we were actually in a band together, and I was the bass player up until I got pregnant with my daughter.
Yeah. So, has anyone got any video of that?
Oh, Cinema Clown might. I don't know.
Cinema Clown, could you put that up onto YouTube on your channel so we can have a look at that? That would be very interesting. That would. Yes, that would go viral.
I'm not sure if he still does have any of that material, because that was very long ago. But if anything, he would be. He's the only one I could think of that would still have that footage.
Would you put come to the what's that for the night? If I won the lotto, would you put me, Mrs. Pete, and Callum up for the night so we could visit? That's from Pixie's channel. So he says, if he came into some money, would you put him up if he visited you?
If my friends said it was okay, sure, yeah.
Oh, you got an invite, Pixie. Look at that. That death's got some skills, Keith. Yeah, she really has, Gail. Yeah. Artist, singer, mother, goth. What else?
Alien sometimes. I'm an alien sometimes, but
yeah.
We keep that on the low low.
So, do you believe in extraterrestrial life then? Do you think there's life out there?
Yes, I do. I've seen way too much unexplained stuff in the sky not to believe it.
Yeah.
I used to UFO chase with my sister.
Oh. And what about the paranormal? Do you believe in that as well?
Yes, I do. Yeah. Very much so.
And have you ever seen any paranormal activities any time?
I've never seen physical, like visual proof.
Yeah.
But audible, yes. And the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. The house that I grew up in actually had
yeah. Pixie says cool free holiday too. Friends, yeah, check out Baron Arthur's YouTube. It's got the broke video with Black Death in it. Oh, yes. So
I'm gonna have to steal that.
I need to steal that. Baron Arthur's YouTube. Is that what you call it? Hold on, Cinema Clown. I'm just going to make you a moderator so you can put the link in for us all, so we can go over and have a look at it. So, Cinema Clown, I've made you a moderator. So if you can put that channel in, please, so we can all go over and enjoy the performance. We would appreciate that. Hello, grandson Richard. Pleased you've joined the interview.
Oh, there's my friend Star. She just came in. Hey, Star.
Oh, I haven't subscribed to Star Night, so I will have to go over and subscribe. Go to channel, subscribe. Yes, I've just subscribed then. So if you haven't subscribed to Star Nights, all go over and show us some love.
I'm going to steal that video. I want that video footage so that I can
have it. We want the link in the chat window now, please, Cinema Clown, so we can have a look at it. I can share it then and share it with everybody. Jeanette asked that question again. Would you get married again, and what sort of wedding would it be? So, yeah, can you answer that one again, please, Jess, for Jeanette?
Well, I never answered it before because you had asked the people in the chat to try to guess.
Yeah, and they haven't guessed. No one's come up, so nobody's seen the video.
Okay, it would be like a Nightmare Before Christmas themed, possibly.
Ooh.
But then again, I've also thought of, I would like to have like a Victorian style wedding, like everything like that.
So are you telling your friend off? Are you telling your friend off then because they put a link in?
It's just,
so that's what you call a true friend, isn't it? There you got it. So all click on that and put your comments in the chat about it, please. I would appreciate that. Hello, Richard. Good evening. So I hope it's good. I'm going over shortly to have a look at that. Well, I'll go now and I'll just open another window for that one then, so I can see the chat. Otherwise, I will lose that link. So I've just gone over. So is it a good one?
It was the first like full real song that we ever did, and it's yeah.
And how long ago was that then?
Oh God, 2005, I think.
Yeah. Oh, so it's quite a few years ago then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope I'm right. Was it 2005 or was it 2006? I don't know. I still remember this. Yeah, I still have pictures from the first photo shoot too, because I did the photo.
Yeah,
kind of did a photo shoot.
Thank you very much, 007, for coming in. Really appreciate that. So good night. What else we got? Watch the Keith reaction. No, I haven't watched it yet, Gail. I've saved it for later to watch. And then, have you watched it, Gail, yet? No. So, back to my questions then. Who is your favourite author?
Favorite author?
Yeah, because I know what type of books you like to read, but have you got a favourite author?
Favorite is, see, my favorites change so much every so often. It's H.P. Lovecraft at the present moment. Yeah,
and do you read books, or do you download them on Kindle or e-readers at all?
Both, but I much prefer to have physical books. Because I mean, I still buy CDs, like physical CDs for my music, for listening to music.
Yeah. Oh, so Random's watched part of it, but she wants me to do it so she could get my reaction. Why is it? Is it an heavy metal type of thing then? That. Hello, Francis.
It's dark.
It's dark.
It is metal. Yeah.
Well, I'm. All I can say, Gail, is that I've watched a number of Steve's raps. So, is it as dark as some of his stuff?
I think the visual imagery in the video is quite. It's dark, like dark.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's fair enough. I will have a look at it, you know, and I will post my reaction on my channel. How's that? Will that do, Gail? It's interesting. So, did you enjoy it, Gail? Is it your type of music? You know, because you're a creator, you're random. So, is it your type of music? Your type of thing? Different laughs out that. Hello, Mrs. P. So yeah. So I think Mel's gone. So is there any other questions from the people in the chat window? Because we've still got 17. Doing quite well tonight. Because after about half an hour last night on Harry's interview, it went down to about 5 or 6 after half an hour. Yeah. Well, it's random, she says. Oh, so yeah. Okay then, Chris, thanks for joining and taking care of the chat window for me. Really appreciate that. I'll hope to see you tomorrow night on a live stream. So, boss man, would you like to come in and ask Jess a few questions at all, or does anybody else would like to come in? Would rather have a real book in my hands. Oh, Star Night, yeah. No one wants to.
I do have some ebooks on my tablet, you know, through Kindle, but it's all like mostly the old classics, you know, Alice in Wonderland, Pride and Prejudice, you know, those kind of books that I will just let it read to me in that electronic voice, you know.
Yeah, I'll send you the link, and then you can come in. Anytime you get your computer on, then Adam. Hopefully, if it works tonight, it does. Didn't work last night, so I've sent him the invite if he wants to come in at all when he gets his computer on. Stan, that is a good way to describe the video. Oh, what's his? Have you done a collab? Oh, have you ever done a collab with Granny Monster then?
No, not yet. I would love to. One of my singing videos was for Granny.
Yeah.
For Granny Monster, and that was the one I sang, Karma Chameleon.
Yeah. So, do you know 500 Miles?
I remember some of it, but not enough
so,
to attempt to sing it.
If you could get the words, would you play that on one of your videos in the future?
I think I would. Yeah.
Oh, good then. Yeah. Oh, I look forward to hearing that then in the future. Yeah.
I have to collab with Granny at some point.
Yeah, I'd like to see you do a collab with Gail as well.
I'm always down for collabs. I love collaborating.
Yeah. I thought you might have joined us on the £5, or how much would it be? The $6 meal challenge this week on Saturday. You've got to upload a $6 main meal by Saturday. So if you want to come into that to collab with us all, because I think Crimson is he judging it, Gail? So I tried bribing him, but he wouldn't take a bribe. You know, I bribed Mel, so he got chucked off. So now I was going to try and bribe crimson so I could get the winner's check. You still on your live stream chat? Black Death, you still on your live stream chat? Yeah. As far as I know, we're still together, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, how do you see your channel within the next 5 years?
Still as real as it is right now. Yeah,
but with 100,000 subscribers, and you're famous.
Maybe.
A famous YouTube creator.
But if that happens, it will not go to my head. Nope. I will still be real and talk to people.
Yeah. So you'd still remember this interview in 5 years' time then?
Yes. Yes.
Can't wait for my Jay can't wait for my one-to-one, bud. I wonder why, I wonder. Oh, Bossman's here. Adam's here. Hello, Adam.
Hello.
So is there anything you would like to ask the attractive, beautiful Black Death?
How many tattoos and piercings do you have?
Oh, that's a good one. I never thought about that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I always count my chest piece as one whole tattoo, not separate ones. So, 6 piercings. I have my labret, my tongue, and my septum, and then both ears. The lady's pierced. Yeah, so.
Can we have a look at those? I've gone all warm.
Bad boy Keith, settle down.
Oh, good one, boss man. Yeah, that was a very, very good question. So, what tattoo have you got across the front?
Across here?
Yeah.
This is a whole Star Wars piece. It goes from shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And I spilled soda down my face. Left shoulder, I've got Darth Vader, and then the Imperial Seal, and a rose here. In the middle, I have the Millennium Falcon and Death Stars up here. There's crossed lightsabers, one for Luke Skywalker, one for Darth Vader. Then I have another rose here, the Rebel symbol here, and then Chewbacca on this shoulder. So it's literally shoulder to shoulder, and it's not finished yet.
How many hours so far has that tattoo taken?
Okay, that was 6 hours the first session, 5 hours, so that's 11, and then 5 more, 16. 16 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then I still have to go back and get it touched up.
Yeah, and have you got any on your back?
I have one on my back. It is what we call a tramp stamp. On the lower back, it is a tribal bat.
Oh.
I always joke that it's, the bat coming out of the bat cave.
Yeah. So there's only the boyfriend that sees that, I presume.
Sometimes.
So is there anybody else with any questions for the lovely Jess tonight? So, when is your next live stream going to be?
I have no idea. I always have bad timing when it comes to live streaming. It's like when I go live, everyone else goes live. It's, within the community. And I'm like, I get like 3 people watching. I'm like, wow. I always have bad timing. But I'm hoping to start doing one at least once a week.
Yeah. And when's your next one, Adam?
It'll be on Sunday at 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, is that with Jenna again or Gemma again?
I haven't heard anything from Jenna at all.
No one's seen her.
All I know is because I saw a message on Facebook that she's still going to the dentist and still having problems. That's all I know.
Because the last one I got from her saying she was going to be back within a few days, but that was about 4 weeks ago, I think. Now
I know. No, it's just my usual Sunday night. What I do on a Wednesday night, just from the desk, just if anyone wants to join in and have a chat.
Yeah, and you've got
randomness.
Yeah, and who's your next up close and personal with then?
On Tuesday, it will be with Aidan from Little Bro Vapes Reviews.
Oh, that'll be a good one then, because I enjoy watching his channel. So, yes, that was something I was going to ask. Have you managed, Jess, to kick the smoking habit? Have you gone to be a vapor, or are you still smoking?
I'm still smoking.
Oh,
I kind of lost my vape. I was cut down a lot just when I was vaping as well, but since the move, I've kind of lost what I'd done with my vape. And
good night, Stan.
They could get pricey.
Yeah. Oh, JAB's Adventures asked, who was your role model growing up?
Wonder Woman.
And
Xena Warrior Princess, kind of.
Yeah. So what do you think to the latest Wonder Woman film? How do you rate that against?
I still have not seen it.
Haven't you seen it? Whoa.
My sister's supposed to be getting me a copy, and she hasn't brought it to me, so I haven't seen it yet. But I mean, to me, nobody beats Linda Carter. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel.
Yeah, agreed.
My sister swears that the new one just as well and looks just as good, and I'm like, but she's not Linda Carter.
So, have you ever watched Doctor Who then, the English series? No. Oh, because
no, never watched it.
We're getting a new female Doctor Who, so I wondered if you had any opinions on a thing like that.
Yeah, like I've got friends that boo me because I don't watch Doctor Who, and I'm like, I just can't get into it. I'm sorry. Just like I've got people that are like, why can't you get into Star Trek? I'm like, I just never could get into Star Trek. Sorry. Star Wars was more interesting.
Yes. So have you got any Star Wars figures?
Yes, I do. But they're still all boxed up.
Yeah. Well, that's the best way to keep them.
Yeah.
Because Bossman's into things like that, aren't you, Adam?
I've got 3 of the 40th anniversary reissue of the Kenner dolls. I've got Obi-Wan, Princess Leia, and Luke. Those are, the Kenner dolls. Then I've got a couple of the Black Series that has come out recently that they're just like, I've got Imperial Imperial Star Destroyer and TIE Fighters, all that. I like the ships.
Have you got any ships in? Have you got any ships in your collection then, Adam?
Well, sort of. I've got some Star Wars ships, but they're Funko ones, and they've got the Darth Vader on the TIE Fighter and Princess Luke Skywalker and Rey with Speeder. So I've got a couple, not any of the old original things. I used to have back in the day. I had figures.
I actually have a Death Star kitchen timer, like an egg timer. That's a Death Star. I have a Bluetooth speaker that is an Imperial Star Destroyer. I've got this little, just a little figure. It lights up and talks. I have a BB-8 Bop It, the little game Bop It. I've got one that's BB-8. And then I have a Darth Vader Simon game. So
you've got a good collection there then.
Yeah.
And whereabouts are they in the house? In the bedroom or in the living room or wherever?
Well, they're just scattered everywhere. I know my Bluetooth speaker is actually in the living room.
Yeah.
This is the Buppet. I can't remember where I put my kitchen timer. I don't think it's in the kitchen, though.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's good then. So, any more questions you'd like to ask, Bossman?
What sort of cartoons did you enjoy growing up, and what cartoons do you enjoy now as an adult?
Growing up, Rugrats, Rocko's Modern Life, Doug, Hey Arnold, my favorite growing up. Nowadays, I'm not really into cartoons nowadays. No, like my kids watch cartoons, but I can't get into the cartoons they watch. And yeah. Like Family Guy and American Dad, those kinds, they're stale to me.
Okay, then bye, Random Life Productions, and thanks a lot for coming in and joining in the chat. Really appreciate that. So
yeah, I do have some folks that say I'm not a true Star Wars fan because I won't watch the animated series, cartoons and stuff, and I'm like, I can't get into those. They're not part of the original storyline, so like for me anyway, I can't follow it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Of the original Star Wars films, which is your favorite?
I would have to say probably A New Hope. Yeah. It's like a tie between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
So which one's yours then, Adam?
Return of the Jedi was my favorite.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
I mean, they're all great. I try to ignore that the episodes 1 and 2, Phantom Menace and Attack the Clones, I try to pretend those didn't exist. I only like episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I only like that one because you actually see Anakin turn into Darth Vader.
Yeah. Oh, Cargo 619's just arrived. Hello, Cargo. So it's still got 13 viewers, and we've been going about an hour and 40 odd minutes. So I can't grumble at the views we're getting. 23 likes.
Brilliant. Oh yeah, I still need to like it, but I haven't. I will do that in a moment.
I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that.
There you go. So, there you go.
I also collect Star Wars can cozies.
Oh.
And R2D2 right here. And then I've got an Ewok somewhere. I think it's in the car though.
Yeah. Well, so do you drive then as well? Yeah, you do, because I've seen a video. Yeah.
Yes.
You do. Yeah.
It's hard on me with it being my right hip because my right leg is what I drive with. But getting in and out of the car really aggravates the hip, and I'm like, I feel like I'm 90.
Yeah. And how is your type 2 diabetes then? Have you got it under control, or does it fluctuate quite a bit?
Oh, it is quite under control. Last week I seen my doctor, and my A1C was down to 6.8 when 3 months ago it was 8.2.
Oh, so it's you have got it under control.
Yeah, they want it to be below 7, I think, is what my sister told me.
Yeah.
But I keep it, it's quite controlled. I just take one pill once a day.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good then.
It never got bad, and it never got bad enough that I needed to take insulin shots.
Yeah.
So.
Well, good then. So that's favorite book. Oh yeah. What's your favourite food then that you like? Or do you do the cooking, or does the boyfriend do the cooking?
We both cook.
And what type of food do you prefer cooking?
I prefer cooking like fried pork chops, pork steaks. But my favorite thing to cook is homemade chicken and dumplings.
Oh, nice,
I
nice.
make my dumplings from scratch.
Oh, love dumplings. So, any other questions, Adam, that you would like to ask?
I don't think so.
Because I think we've covered quite a bit, and I'm getting a bit tired now because I've done 2 of these, and I was up early this morning on Harry's live stream at 5 o'clock. So I appreciate you both coming on. I appreciate you taking part in this interview. I hope you've enjoyed it. Yes.
Yes, yes. I'm very happy. I'm very happy that this interview happened.
Okay then. So thank you for everyone who has been in the chat window. Really appreciate that. Black Death is awesome. Cook, I've had some of them dumplings. That's a cinema clown.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, great.
He's also had my homemade chili.
I would love some of that. Yeah. And Vipre Project, thank you very much. He's subbed to you, Bossman, as well.
Yeah, I just seen that. I'm just going over to check if I'm subbed or not.
Yeah, so it's been a good interview tonight. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope you haven't. I didn't do anything wrong in asking any personal questions.
Everything's been perfect.
Yeah, and would you do?
It's like
and would you?
I am an open book. I will talk about anything.
Yeah, and would you do up personal with Bossman sometime?
Sure. Yeah,
that'd be awesome. I was going to say
yes,
at some point I'll get in contact and we can arrange a date for an interview on my Mac live streams channel. Yeah,
because I think that'd be a good one because Bossman does do a good
roasting.
Yeah. I enjoyed that one with Bunny Rabbit. I watched it all, and I thought that was a very good up close and personal. So congratulations on that one, Adam. So anyway, I'm going to close it down. So thank you everyone who's been in the chat. Hope you've all subbed. Hope you've all subbed to each other as well. And thanks a lot for joining us. So bye everybody.